Dear Pisces, take a deep breath. You are about to step into a year unlike any other. 2026 is not simply a new year, it is the end of a spiritual journey and the beginning of your earthly incarnation. Since 2011, Neptune, your ruling planet, has been traversing your waters, sometimes immersing you in an ocean of dreams, but also of uncertainty and sacrifice. In 2026, this cycle comes to an end. The fog lifts. For the first time in over a decade, you will see reality with absolute clarity. You are no longer content to merely experience the world, you will finally be in control of it. 3 major planetary movements will redefine your existence this year. The Saturn-Neptune duo. These 2 giants are gradually leaving your sign to enter Aries. This is the transition from dream to reality. What you have imagined for years now needs to be built in the physical world. It's time to bring your wildest dreams to life. Next up, Uranus in Gemini. Starting November 25, 2026, Uranus moves into your home and family sector. It's a domestic revolution. Your home base is shifting, your roots are shifting. You're breaking free from past family patterns to create a new way of living your life. Finally, Jupiter in Leo. From summer onward, the planet of luck will boost your work and health sectors. You'll rediscover a radiant vitality and formidable efficiency in your daily tasks. In this exceptional guidance, we'll dissect every aspect of your 2026 together. We'll explore how to navigate between nostalgia for the past and the irresistible pull of the future. We'll examine your love life, career, health, finances, and social life quarter by quarter. I'll also give you specific mantras for each stage of your transformation. Dear Pisces, get ready. You are leaving the ocean to build your own kingdom on dry land. This is your year, 2026. Dear Pisces, you begin this first quarter in an atmosphere of sacred reckoning. November and September are months of closure. Saturn and Neptune are ending their stay in your sign, creating a feeling of emotional fatigue but also of imminent liberation. This is the time to sort things out and leave what you're leaving behind for good. You are at the threshold of a door. Behind you, the uncertainty. Before you, a solid structure. At the beginning of this year, your love life has been filtered through the lens of truth. Saturn asks you to no longer lose yourself in illusions or rescue relationships. For couples, if your relationship is strong, you will feel the need to define new, concrete goals. This is no longer the time for empty promises, but for real commitments, buying property, marriage, life projects. For couples experiencing difficulties, Neptune's transit towards the exit of the sign may unveil unspoken truths. You finally see the other person as they truly are, without the filter of fantasy. For singles, this is a period of constructive solitude. You no longer feel the urge to flit from one relationship to another. You're seeking a soul connection that is also a life connection. Mars at the beginning of the year gives you the courage to say no to repetitive patterns, making room for a serious encounter that will come later in your career. The first quarter is about strategic preparation. You might feel a certain impatience. Projects that have been dragging on for months are starting to move forward. But the stars still require a bit more administrative rigor. It's the ideal time to refine your files, take a training course, or structure your work methods. Neptune still gives you brilliant intuition for anticipating trends, while Saturn helps you market them professionally. If you work in social services, the arts, or healthcare, you will receive increased recognition for your expertise and dedication. Saturn's transit at the end of your sign may cause some bone or dental fatigue, or a lack of vitality. This is the key point to watch out for this quarter. Your body is asking you to slow down. This isn't the time to embark on a marathon, but rather to prioritize mineral supplements, deep sleep, and detoxification. Psychologically, you're releasing years of stress absorbed by others. Meditation or water therapy will do you immense good in releasing cellular memories before the big leap of spring. The first quarter is dedicated to cleansing. Saturn is pushing you to examine your finances with a cool, pragmatic eye. It's the ideal time to renegotiate contracts, investigate debts, or cancel unnecessary subscriptions. You need to know exactly where you stand to prepare for investments in the fall. Don't make impulsive purchases based on emotion or fleeting dreams. Save your capital for meaningful, long-term projects. Financial security becomes a top priority to soothe your mind. Your social circle shrinks but gains in quality. You no longer have the energy for superficial socializing or those draining friends who only take without ever giving. You might distance yourself from certain groups to get closer to a small circle of trusted confidants. This is a time when you prioritize deep, philosophical, or spiritual exchanges. You're looking for people who share your maturity and understand your current need for calm and inner transformation. Because every Pisces experiences this transition at their own pace, here's how the planets will influence your personal trajectory according to your birth date. For those of you who are starting out, the hardest part is behind you. Saturn and Neptune have already largely cleared the path for you. This first quarter is about making things happen. You no longer feel like a victim of events, but finally in control of your own destiny. The influence of Aries is beginning to be felt, giving you a boost of courage you lacked last year. It's the perfect time to launch a project you've been developing in the shadows. Your challenge will be to not doubt your newfound strength. You tend to want to retreat into your bubble as soon as an obstacle arises, but the universe is pushing you out. Confront material realities. They are your allies in stabilizing your dreams. Your mantra this quarter is, I step out of the dream to build my reality. My vision becomes my driving force. Second phase, you are at the heart of the crystallization process. This quarter, Neptune, your ruling planet, is in direct conjunction with Saturn, your sun. This is a major spiritual experience. You might feel a kind of disillusionment, but it is healthy. You finally see people and situations without masks. This is a period of great emotional maturity. You no longer need artifice to feel alive. Your challenge will be to accept this seriousness that is settling within you. You might feel more somber or more alone, but it is a solitude of power. You are purifying your surroundings and your thoughts. What you decide now will be the foundation of your next 10 years. Your mantra for this quarter is, I let go of illusions to embrace truth, clarity, and my shield. As the third quarter, you are the quarter most acutely aware of the end of the cycle. For you, this first quarter is a deep immersion in your feelings. Neptune and Saturn are entering your degrees, creating heightened sensitivity. You might feel like an emotional sponge. This is the time for a major karmic cleansing. Forgive, let go of old regrets, and finish those projects started years ago. Your challenge will be not to let yourself be overwhelmed by the melancholy of the past. The weight of responsibilities may feel heavy, but this is the final push before liberation. Be gentle with yourself, rest, and treat your nighttime dreams as important messages for your future. Your mantra this quarter is, I close the past with gratitude and let the ocean carry away what I no longer need. Dear Fish, forget the slowness of the last few months. November 25, 2026, marks a historic turning point. Uranus enters Gemini. For you, it's as if someone has just turned on all the lights in a dark room. The energy becomes fast-paced, electric, sometimes volatile, but incredibly liberating. You emerge from your introspection to face concrete changes, especially in your personal and family life. The romantic climate is selective. Uranus in Gemini brings a great need for fresh air. For couples, routine becomes unbearable. If your relationship is too stifling or too predictable, you'll seek to break the mold. It's an excellent time to reinvent your daily life. Travel, change your habits, or even consider a new way of living together. Be careful, however, of impulsive decisions driven by annoyance. The idea is to reform, not destroy. For singles, your selection criteria change radically. You're attracted to atypical profiles, intellectuals, or people who stimulate you mentally. Encounters happen unexpectedly, short trips, neighborhood visits, social media. It's light, it's lively, and it pushes you out of your emotional comfort zone. At the office or in your projects, the game is changing. You need to become a digital or intellectual chameleon. The transits of May and September favor communication, writing, and business. If you have a message to convey or an idea to sell, now is the time. You might find yourself traveling more often or managing several projects simultaneously. The challenge is to stay focused. The influence of Gemini can make you nervous or give you the impression of having too many ideas at once. Stay grounded in the structures you established in the first quarter so you don't lose sight of your ambitions. The shift from Neptune's water energy to Uranus's electricity energy can create inner tensions. This is where you need to be vigilant. You might suffer from insomnia, stress related to mental hyperactivity, or a feeling of being overwhelmed. It's essential to channel this energy through movement, brisk walking, cycling, or anything that gets the air flowing. Learn to switch off your screens. Your sensitive nature is receiving too much information at once. Silence and digital detox will be your best remedies in May. This is a trifecta of rapid financial movement. Uranus may bring an unexpected expense related to the home or family, repairs, moving, or helping a loved one. Fortunately, your mind is very sharp for finding alternative income streams. You might feel like investing in technology, communication, or transportation. Be careful and read the fine print of contracts thoroughly, as Uranian impulsiveness can sometimes be a poor advisor in business. The area most affected by Uranus is family and loved ones. Regarding family, you might decide to move on a whim or radically transform your home. Relationships with siblings or neighbors become very active, sometimes punctuated by surprises or unexpected news. As for friends, you avoid those who are burdensome. You crave intellectual exchanges, laughter, and new experiences. Your circle expands to include younger people or those very different from your usual environment, which helps you to take the drama out of your own inner transformation. Here is the specific analysis by DeCamp for this second quarter of 2026. This is the moment when theory becomes practice and the electricity of Uranus begins to stimulate your energies. For the first DeCamp, you are in the direct line of sight of Uranus in Gemini from November 25th. For you, this isn't just a transit, it's a turning point. You might feel a sudden urge to change everything in your living environment, moving, radical renovations, or new family arrangements. You can no longer bear being trapped in habits that no longer reflect who you are. The challenge is not to confuse speed and haste. Your impatience will be at its peak. Learn to channel this excitement to build, not to flee. Your mantra this quarter is, I embrace change boldly. I create a living space that breathes freedom. 2nd December for you. The shock is less brutal but deeper intellectually. Saturn and Neptune leave your Sun, taking with them the last vestiges of confusion. You enter a phase of great mental clarity. Uranus begins to stimulate your curiosity. It's the perfect time to learn a new skill, start studying foreign languages, or change the way you communicate. Your challenge is to be careful of nervous exhaustion. Your mind is working at full speed, and you might find it hard to switch off. Breathing will be your ally. Your mantra this quarter is, my words are freed, and my mind opens. I communicate my truth with agility. Tremendous departure, you finish your major cleansing. While other groups are already in action, you're receiving the final lessons of wisdom from Saturn and Neptune. This quarter is one of spiritual liberation. You could experience moments of incredible synchronicity. It's as if destiny is showing you the way with clear signs before you take the plunge yourself. Your challenge is not to cling to the past out of nostalgia. The wind is changing, and even if the comfort of your old habits reassures you, the new beginning is much brighter. Your mantra this quarter is, I let the light dissolve my last fears. I am ready for renewal. Dear Pisces, the summer of 2026 is your emergence from the shadows. Two major events are about to shake up your sky. On September 30th, Jupiter enters Leon, illuminating your sector of daily life and work. And on November 12th, a total solar eclipse will awaken your sense of identity. Now is not the time to hide or doubt yourself. The universe is calling you to shine, to take center stage, and to rediscover your zest for life. With Jupiter in Leon, love takes on a regal air. You're emerging from the Neptunian phase of sacrifice and entering a phase of pleasure. For couples, summer is the perfect time to rekindle the flame. You'll feel like going out, traveling, and showing your partner to the world. The eclipse on November 12th can act as a catalyst. If the relationship is healthy, it will reach a new level of passion. You'll have fun, create lasting memories, and rediscover your inner child together. For singles, this is undoubtedly the best time of year for a significant encounter. You possess a radiant magnetism that draws attention. You're no longer looking for someone to rescue, but someone with whom to share moments of intense happiness. A meeting during November could very well change your perspective on commitment. Jupiter in Leon is boosting your 6th house, the house of daily work. This is a period of great professional expansion. You could get a promotion, an increase in responsibilities, or simply public recognition for your talents. You're no longer the quiet employee in your corner. You're becoming the one sought after for your leadership and creativity. If you're looking for a job, the opportunities in July and November are excellent. You have the necessary appeal to convince any recruiter. After a sometimes shaky spring, this quarter offers you an incredible second wind. The influence of Leo restores your physical strength and confidence. It's the ideal time to resume a sporting activity that makes you feel good visually, such as dancing, weight training, summer sports, or to start a wellness program that boosts your self-confidence. Be careful, however, of overconfidence. Jupiter can lead to excesses, whether it's food or sun. Listen to your heart, both literally and figuratively. Your finances are benefiting from your professional success. Money comes in more easily, often linked to bonuses or an increase in your activity. That's a prosperous period where you feel like indulging yourself, your possessions, luxury vacations, gifts. The November eclipse could also bring an unexpected new source of income. Remain open to solar opportunities, those that require you to put yourself forward. It's by daring to sell yourself at your true value that you'll fill your coffers. Your social life is at its peak. You're invited everywhere, and you love it. You're shedding your usual reserve to become the center of attention. You're surrounding yourself with dynamic, creative, and inspiring people who boost your morale. The influence of Uranus continues to lead you to discover new, more intellectual and mobile circles of friends. The blend of Jupiter's warmth and Uranus's vivacity makes you a highly sought-after person for your conversation and your reassuring yet sparkling presence. Here are D-Scamp's predictions for this dazzling summer. After swimming in turmoil, it's time for you to leave the ocean and let the Sun 2 of 2026 dry your wings so you can finally take flight. This is your first major shift. Jupiter's influence in Leon is immediate and generous. This quarter is all about reward. You're reaping the rewards of the structures you laid at the beginning of the year. You feel stronger, prouder of your journey. The November eclipse validates your recent life choices. It's time to speak up, lead, and set an example. The challenge will be to keep your ego from taking over. Confidence is a strength, arrogance is a trap. Your mantra this quarter is, I recognize my own worth and allow my inner light to illuminate the world. This is your second major shift. You're benefiting from a magnificent sextile from Uranus that stimulates your mind. This quarter is all about inventiveness. Whether in your work or leisure activities, you'll find original solutions to everything. Your daily life becomes considerably lighter. You finally find the perfect balance between your spiritual needs and the demands of material life. The challenge will be to stay focused on one project at a time. Your enthusiasm is such that you might want to start everything at once. Your mantra for this quarter is, every day is a blank page that I fill with joy, boldness, and creativity. As the third quarter, you are the one most affected by the eclipse of November 12th. For you, this quarter is one of revelation. An event, an encounter, or a sudden realization makes you understand that you are no longer the same person you were a year ago. It's a rebirth. You definitively abandon your old victim or sacrificial lamb persona to don your conqueror's mantle. The challenge is to accept losing control. The eclipse is clearing the air for you. Trust the purification process. Your mantra this quarter is, I leave my old self behind to become stronger and more radiant than ever. Dear Pisces, you are entering a stabilization phase. After the revolutions of Uranus and the successes of Jupiter, autumn 2026 asks you to bring all these energies down into the physical realm. This is a quarter of consolidation where you secure your gains. You end the year with an unprecedented feeling of solidity. You are no longer a sign that drifts, you are a sign that has anchored itself. The romantic atmosphere becomes more serious but also more peaceful. The excitement of summer gives way to a search for lasting connection. For couples, this is a time for grounding. You might decide to bring to fruition a shared life project discussed during the year. Moving house, investing in family life, or simply a new rule of life that brings more peace to the home. Communication flows smoothly, and you finally feel understood in your need for security. For singles, you're ending the year with much better self-esteem. If you met someone this summer, this quarter is when the solid foundations are laid. You won't look for a relationship that supports you and respects your newfound need for independence, rather than a stormy, passionate one. Thanks to Uranus, your efforts over the past few quarters are bearing fruit. Jupiter continues to protect your professional life, bringing a productive end to the year. You're seeing the big projects launched in the spring come to fruition. It's a harvest time. The financial results are in. You've earned the respect of your parents. You could be entrusted with long-term responsibilities. Your strength lies in your ability to organize your daily life. You found a work method that respects your biological rhythm. You're ending the year without being exhausted, which is a small victory in itself for a Pisces. Autumn is a gentle season for your body. You've learned throughout the year not to be an emotional sponge. Your vitality remains stable. It's the perfect time to solidify the good habits you developed during the summer. Contact with nature, and especially the earth, gardening, and hiking helps you channel the last vestiges of Uranus's energy. Sleep and nutrition are your pillars. You feel the need to cocoon, to protect your energy. Listen to this need for withdrawal. It's necessary to integrate all the transformations of 2026. Come on, no more impulsive spending or unexpected expenses from the spring. You're regaining complete control over your budget. It's time to take stock of the year and see your progress. Investments made during the summer are beginning to stabilize. You have a clear vision of your resources for 2027. You could receive a year-end bonus or a reward for past performance. Your relationship with money has changed. It's no longer a source of anxiety but a tool at the service of your freedom. Your social life is calming down but gaining in intensity. You're prioritizing time with family or very close friends. Uranian tensions within the home are easing as everyone has found their place in the new arrangement. You are the spiritual pillar of your circle, the one to whom people turn for wise and realistic advice. You end the year surrounded by people who stimulate your mind while respecting your need for calm. Here are the details, by DeCamp, to close out this year of Metamorphosis. The storm has passed, the waves have calmed, and you are finally discovering the shore you yourself built. This last quarter is your safe harbor. For the first decantations, you end the year with a feeling of absolute mastery. The upheavals of Uranus in November are now integrated. You have probably changed something major in your life structure, home, or work. And this fourth quarter allows you to savor the comfort. You are no longer reacting, you are taking conscious action. The challenge is not to fall into old fears out of habit. The solidity you feel is real. Don't question it. Your mantra this quarter is, I reap the rewards of my surroundings and settle peacefully into my new reality. December 2nd is the time for synthesis. The final departure of Saturn and Neptune from your sector leaves you with a clarity of mind you haven't experienced in 14 years. You end 2026 with great maturity. Your relationships are healthy, your ideas are clear. You have become the person of good advice that everyone admires. The challenge is learning to say no without guilt. Your newfound strength attracts attention. Protect your inner sanctuary. Your mantra this quarter is, I am the captain of my soul and the master of my time. My peace is my priority. Third departure. You are the departure that experienced the most radical transformation at the end of summer. This quarter is your golden recovery phase. You are integrating the changes of the eclipse and are surprised to find yourself much more independent than before. You end the year with a feeling an incredible lightness, as if a karmic weight had finally evaporated. The challenge is to dare to dream big for 2027. Don't limit yourself anymore. The universe has proven to you that you can survive anything and dream again. Your mantra this quarter is, free from the past. I walk lightly toward a future I choose each day. Dear Pisces, here we are at the end of this astral journey through 2026. If there's one thing to remember, it's that this year marks the end of your mystical wandering. As Saturn and Neptune move away from your sign, you don't lose your magic. You simply learn to use it to build things that last. You are no longer just the dreamer of the zodiac, you become its architect. 2026 is the year you touch down, and believe me, the ground is far more fertile than you imagine. This year's final mantra is, I no longer drown in my emotions. I ride the wave of my own will. I am grounded, I am clear, and I create my reality. Making these insightful videos requires a great deal of time and research. If you'd like to support my work and the channel, you can use the Super 5 tool, the little purse icon, or the little heart-shaped thank you button below the video. Every donation, however small, is invaluable and allows me to continue offering you these free guidance sessions. A huge thank you to those who make this gesture. If this guidance resonated with you, please give the video a like and share in the comments the big project you plan to bring to fruition this year. I will read each of your messages carefully. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the upcoming sign-by-sign analyses. I wish you a wonderful 2026. May it be bright, strong, and full of accomplishments. See you very soon for the next sign.